Hello, folks. Hope you're having a good Thursday evening. My name is Joel Duggan, and this is Satisfactory. We're jumping right back in where we left off yesterday. I do have a day 3 save going because, as I did before when I was doing other work today, I decided to sit in the game AFK and gather up some tickets. Ronan Kai, Sparky P, Cosmic Dancer, Too Tall, hello, welcome in. Good to see everybody. So far, it goes pretty well. We have 9 tickets here, plus a few more in a bin up here. And the very first thing we're going to do is get some more base parts. So we've got a total of 16. Let's look over what we still need. Display sign, 2 meter by 2 meter. I think we have a square 0.5 meter sign. They're only little. They're not very big. So having a one that would be 4 times that big would be good. So that's a possibility. That's 5 tickets out of our 16 though. I don't really care about those right now. So for folks that are new to the chat or new to the game, you can do Bang Satisfactory in chat. You can also do Satisfactory code if you'd like to pick up the game on the Epic Game Store. It is an affiliate code. I do see a little kickback from that. And currently the game is 20% off, so you might want to look at picking it up. I think it's fun. I've got like 500 hours in it. You can also hang out and watch me play for a little bit and then make a decision later. So window, that's not new stuff though. That's stuff we've had before. I think the reinforced window looks a little bit different, but so we have unlocked all of that stuff. Attachments, sure. I don't think I need anything else right now. Foundations. Here is where I'd like to maybe pick up some stuff. I know it's not new, but it would be nice to have for the building of certain things. Specifically these, I think, will help with roofs. And trains, actually, in particular. The corner ramps help a lot with trains because we're going to be looking at doing some diagonal stuff. Vehicles and fix-it things, don't need. Architecture. We still don't have... I don't really care about stairs so much. They're cheap though. They've changed them too. They've got different snapping points and stuff. These have been updated for update 5. I accidentally purchased Satisfactory last night. Looking forward to getting stuck into it over the weekend. Oh, that's cool, Sean J. Sanjay Dub, that's great. First PC game in decades. I'm hoping that we have influenced you. Does that make me an influencer? Wait a minute. Maybe that's not such a good thing. I don't see a lot of use for the road barriers right now. Equipment I think is all the same. Parts all the same. Customizer. Ah, glass roofs. So herein lies the stuff we want. I think I already have walls unlocked, but I don't know if steel wall material is different than the standard wall material. I'm not sure. I definitely want to go with one of these. We'll get the glass roof. That's what? That's 6. That means we've got 10. So I think we can grab 2 of these. I'm thinking the coated concrete. Well, concrete for sure, right? And then we have to decide between the grip metal and the coated concrete. Can't really see what they look like. I'm thinking we grab coated concrete and then the grip metal. What do you think, chat? Grip metal or coated concrete? Coated concrete takes plastic and grip metal takes Beams. Steel beams. Concrete foundation is just 2 concrete foundations. Grip metals is running okay. Cosmic's like, wait, you're an influencer? I'm out. See ya. Grip metal sounds cooler. Think it looks better? Cool. That's good. We'll have more tickets coming in over the course of the stream, so we might be able to return to that. So that is that unlocked at the very start of the stream. Stream, per se. Scream? Maybe I've got Halloween on the brain. So let's take a look at the customizer in the material section. Concrete foundation and grip metal foundation. We should be able to just paint these. And let's go somewhere that doesn't have any change. Well, that looks different. Get a little bit higher. Take a look. Is there a ladder here? There is. Interesting. And I wonder if we paint these, if it also gives us like a muted color. So if I go with yellow, right. So there is yellow concrete, and then there is yellow foundations. Neat. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And then under grip metal, oh wow, those are dark. You're right, Rodonkai, those are cool. Those are cool. So if you wanted something to be a little bit, I mean, that's really dark. That's like charcoal gray, almost black, although very shiny. Well, maybe not. Maybe a little bit shinier than the regular foundations, but not by much. Is the, oh, the concrete's pretty bright too. Those are cool. I like those. And then we can also just change it back. Oh, that's paint. We have to change color. This is how easy it is to change colors and things now. That's awesome. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little tongue-tied. I did a podcast today. I feel like I'm talked out. Normally I leave more time between a podcast and a stream, but I really wanted to get at update 5. They look super cool. Can't wait to unlock those and cover the whole world of them. Nice. I'm glad you like them. Oh, that's right. We didn't look at what they look like painted, did we? Let's try that. And let's go with what color? So they don't change. Unless... I guess I should check to see what the sides look like. The sides probably look the same. Is it me or are they darker? Yeah, it is. It's a smidge darker. So... Customizer... It's just a little bit darker, but the paint does nothing on the grip metal. Grip metal stays grip metal. And then if I painted the same concrete thing, that, and then use the same red swatch. Yeah. Talked out. I highly doubt it. Wow. Wow. Shade from Cosmic. Cosmic who gets a stream today. She gets a stream where there's not normally a stream, and the first thing she does is like throw shade to me. Cosmic Dancer. So I've been messing around a little bit in between streams, and I'll show you guys what I've been up to. Also updated the game, and we have our lights back, which is nice. But first things first, you can place these on the corners now. They don't snap. You have to kind of place them first, but you can overlap the corners of your buildings to make them look sturdier. And the way to do that, you have to get rid of the wall there, and then you can get yourself there, snap that in place, put the wall back, and then the rest of them can snap to it, and it looks really cool. Except for, of course, this texture is terrible. I've really fallen out of love with the default wall texture. Oh, I need a zoop. Alright, so that's pretty cool. I like it. A lot of fun. Feels very sturdy. I find it, like, even just looking at this building here with the edges and then looking at this, right? Like, it feels hardier. You know? We could even put one in here. Oops. I like that they gave soft clearance such a bright color. Really makes it easy to see what's going on. Hey, 100,555, poking your head in to say hi. Take it easy. Have a good night. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. If folks want to share the stream, there's a tweet out there at Joel Duggan on Twitter, or just, you know, text a friend and say, "Come on by." All the corner needs now is some purple. Nice. So one of the things I was messing around with was this. The game still feels dark again. I'm not sure what's going on, but with our flashlight on, we can see that I've got foundations stacked for detail in between concrete walls, and then we've got concrete stuff on the side here, and then very select areas having the default wall texture. Everything else is just that quarter wall, which is seamless, which is very cool. So that's one thing. The other thing that I noticed is these are 2 meters by 2 meters, right? So that would be the size of a new sign if we get a new sign. And what they are is the beam support. So they're these things. But if you look at the other side of them, I mean, they don't quite fill in the whole thing. They're not quite square. They got a little rounded corner to them. But if you had a lot of these, you could make giant pixel art in the game, right? So like if I go in here and like I wanted to make, I mean, this would be very basic, right? But and then this isn't brown, but pretend it is. Minecraft block, right? Like, you could do some really cool stuff to customize that. And all I did was place them on the wall and then delete the wall. I was hoping that we could use these, the beam supports. So, architecture, these are the guys. You can't paint these, right? These are really small. They are only, I want to say they're probably about 1 meter. They snap into different positions too, but you can't change the color on them. I wish when you eyedropped something that it gave you the color as well. That would be cool. I mean, not that it's a hard thing to change, but Anyway, so those are the things that I've been messing around with. Last but not least, I did some work over here on the roof, and I'm going to go inside, and we'll look at it from inside first. Because it's not, like, it's not good. It's just me kind of farting around, playing with stuff without any real plan. But I made some angled windows and skylight windows, and then repeated the pattern over here. And I thought about, like, how would we connect this? Like, how would we move this down? Do I want to leave it open to the sky? Probably yes, just for practical reasons. And then how did, where's the ladder here? Here somewhere, here we go. And over here, I used one of these new angled tilted corner walls. I was able to connect the roofs again. So there's like a roof section here. There's a roof section there. There's another roof section here. All of these things make it very easy with the corner pieces, these little guys here, these triangles, to do all kinds of cool stuff. Also, if I can get far enough away from all the noise, listen very carefully. I discovered this on my own. Ready? The glass has a bong. Anyway, thought that was pretty funny. So if we go down and out the front, we'll take a look at what this looks like from far away. Yeah, the bong sound made me laugh. Like, I was by myself in the studio and cackled because I thought it was so funny. Oh, hi friends. Oh, they saw me. Darn it. I don't know if there's more of them up here or what. I should grab this. Okay. Anyway, to look at this from over here, that's what it looks like. So it's not great, right? It's a start, but it's not amazing. I'm really hoping to do more with it. Some of it obviously is going to be chopping down these trees and getting some of this, because I wanna do some of our support structure here over on this side again too. Really kind of make this feel like a finished idea. But yeah, it's neat. It's got you look at it from over here. Oh no, don't fall off. There we go. I mean, it does have a neat shape to it, right? Like it does sort of create something unique. And the fact that you can put all these things up with roofs from any angle that you can think of, you can figure out a way to put a roof on it. And it starts to look a little bit more interesting, you know, a little bit more cobbled together as opposed to just one solid shape. Also, I need to do this more. I need to build things that stick out. I find I do very flat facing builds. I need to do more things that kind of stick out, kind of like what we did over here with the hub. I need to do more stuff like this, just platforms and supports and just not this bad. I need more this, you know. Even this, as cool as it is a little bit simple compared to what we could do, right? Like we could have this whole thing out on a box, right, rather than up in there, flush with the wall. And I also added in these beams here, so this platform now looks a little bit more supported, which I think is cool. I started off framing it like the window, but then I thought, oh wait a minute, I'll just put the beams in like that. It's really fun. It's cool stuff. No boxes. Yeah, exactly, right? So that's going to be, I think, the MO going forward, is I'm going to try and create different stuff, things that have depth and all that kind of thing going on. So let's look at the... I guess we'll look at the ceiling parts. Where can we put those? Let's try over here. This building needs a little bit of love. Obviously, it doesn't have a lot going on inside. So this is just throughput for our storage and, of course, our rods. So we can start with glass roof, 1, 2, and flat. So I feel like what we could do is go with like a glass roof here. And then we could put a solid roof on it and it won't be completely empty. We could also mess around with some of the new walls. Now this, unfortunately, I think has to be... Yeah, none of the triangles are corrugated metal. Unless that allows us to change the texture of these to metal. That texture, that material that I didn't get. I was thinking that that looks like a wall, but maybe it's a texture. I'd have to go back and check. So here we just come up with, these are the... Let's do concrete here. And then that is 4 meters. So we'll do basic wall. And I don't think that painting these white does a whole lot, but we'll give it a go. It makes it pretty bright. That's fine. So what I'm thinking is that we then use roof parts to make a slightly different angle. So here we would go with... Let's go with some roof that we haven't used. So I used 4 meter. Let's use 2 meter. Do that. Right. And then we could do 1 meter. And then we can go back to flat roof. Oh, wait a minute. They have an edge to them. Huh. So the only thing about the glass ceiling is that they have that edge. So from here, maybe what we'll do is have the edge go to there. Flip that around. And then maybe the thing to do here is to just switch to a neutral. What about flat walls? I guess I could do a foundation, like a glass foundation. Oh, we've got all kinds of stuff now. Ramps in those textures. No glass ramps, though. All kinds of foundation goodies. Nice. Makes sense. Architecture. Glass foundation frame. Oh, that sticks up. Oh, no, there we go. Oh, that doesn't look very good, does it? I guess maybe we do stick with one of these, but I guess we have to choose a direction, right? That's the tricky part of this. I wish the flat roof pieces had like a symmetrical design. What could we use? Oh, I have an idea. What if we use the new glass walls? I mean, this is not necessarily going to look good. I'm just kind of playing with what we can make. And then we should be able to put a top on that. With just like a regular 1 meter concrete foundation. That probably looks terrible. But then we've got the walls, the 2 meter triangle. This shape was actually really easy to make. Then we need the regular wall. And then we need the 1 meter triangle, which is really tiny. And of course, those all need to be painted. Pretty sure we established that the default stuff can't be, the corrugated roof can't be painted. So then same thing over here. We'll just grab, I think we'll do the walls first. So 2 there, 3, 2 there, 2 meter triangle. And I'm just using the mouse wheel to flip it around. And then that goes there. I was messing around with painting things different colors too. Anyway, so this now has a roof. And I'm curious to see how bad it looks from outside. From here, you're probably not going to be able to see much other than just the edge of it. Yeah, not a lot going on. So that's a cool shape. Not crazy about that black part there. So that's why I wish that these, we look at these close up. This is the flat glass roof. But all the flat roof pieces have this heavy eave that's meant to go on the side. Like this piece is obviously meant to go there because it sticks out, right? And hangs over the edge of the roof. But it looks funny when you're trying to finish off, you know, the cap of something. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. But that roof shape is not something that you could accomplish. Like this gable here, not something you could accomplish before. Super cool. Let's go up here a little bit higher. So again, that looks terrible. I knew that was going to happen. Still not high enough. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. I'm glad you like it. Nope. So again, very cool shape. Not digging the whole skylight thing in the top, but I don't know how we fix that. Maybe we do it by not having yeah, like I think the issue now is that you're going to benefit from having builds that are even instead of odd. Right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 foundations long. And if we had these meet in the middle and remove this entirely, then there would be a nice simple seam down the middle, right? These 1 meter roof pieces would just back onto each other and it would have like a peak. But where it's flat, you're stuck with trying to sort out the stuff. It's definitely darker, especially in the desert now. Oh, really? Oh, we found it was dark. I had my bloom turned off. I believe I've turned it back on. But we noticed that it was pretty dark the first time we played. That might have been updated in the game update today. I'm not sure. So we'll get rid of this. The purpose of this was mostly to play with the new stuff we just picked up. But yeah, this is a no. It's a no from me. I don't know what we could do to fill that hole. That doesn't look terrible, so we'll just go with a glass foundation, which is now under architecture. Doesn't look awful, but it doesn't necessarily look like it's in the right place either. Cool. All right. Well, that was a decent, like, off-the-cuff sort of go. What else did we unlock? We did glass roof stuff. We did the concrete stuff. We checked out the concrete stuff. We checked out all of this stuff. We played around with the foundations a little bit. I'm going to maybe use more of those as we build. And we did the inverted ramp things. Oh, we get these in all the nice colors as well. That's great. I bet you these look cool. Concrete ramps. Well, they're going to look cool when they're not in the dark. Nice. How much more fun is that compared to right? Like, look nice and smooth. Like, there are some seams, but they're really minimal. You get a little bit of a texture change here, but it's not bad. And we can change the default there too. Concrete structure, we can change that. If I change this to be, that's a 1 and a 2. If I change this to a 2 as well, does that mean that I can do, oh no, doesn't change it. I thought that's what that meant. Maybe not. Foundation swatch. Maybe it's the foundation swatch. So same idea. Let's move this to a 2. Nope. They've got an interesting hitbox for that too. You can see it's selecting the top part. That might be a bug. Take that back down to 1. Huge foundations for trains, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they've got some really cool stuff. The Voltron looking thingy in the top left. Oh, so I've been basing the builds off of Transformers. So we're using a Metroplex as like a design for shape language. So actually, let's go tackle that right now. So out here, I decided that I really liked the fact that you can see all this kind of stuff. So I didn't want to build any higher. I didn't want to put a wall on the edge of this place, but I wanted to create some supports here. I'm okay with this going up a little bit. It doesn't have to stay super low, but I don't want it to go up too much farther. So what we've got down here will eventually be a place where we can drive trucks and come and go as we see fit. And in doing that, I realized that maybe I've created this a little bit too high because this foot thing is below the road. And so I'm wondering if I should... I don't know how much room I actually have here. I think I was basing it off of 4-meter increments, and this gets into the weeds really quickly here. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I was hoping to, hoping to have a little bit more vertical, I guess, just because of how wide I've made this. I mean, we could also reduce it. It doesn't have to be 5 wide. We could make it 3 wide. Like, what if it was just this section here? I'm trying to think about what that would look like. But like, if you look at the feet, we're trying to like take inspiration from the different shapes that you see in the feet. We're not really copying it. We're just kind of thinking about, like, you know, how cool would it be if we were able to, you know, create something that had some, just some design cues and you know, just different shapes and things. So I want to create a bunch of this stuff going across the front. Obviously that means that this bus is going to have to move, but that's fine. I think it zigs and zags anyway. So yeah, I guess we'll have to cut down some trees for starters. These are all in the way. There's also a bad guy up here. I think it's one of the donkey cows. Yeah, it is.
Your contract legally compels you to harvest this artifact.
Whoa! I got caught in the driftwood. Where'd the other guy go?
Comply.
Okay, Ada, I get it. I get it. Where is it? I can hear it. Oh, here it is.
Breaking news from Earth. Widespread chaos and mayhem. World President urges all citizens to do their part and harvest alien artifacts.
Nice. Subtle. Guess I probably don't need anything else in the way. This one is going through our stuff. I feel like we've cut these down already. Could be wrong. That's enough space for now. Can you guys hear the chainsaw, by the way, in stream? Is it quiet or is it like super loud? Like, is it normal volume? Because it is 100% not normal volume for me. Really? So that's going to be something with the game, because the game has been doing that for me forever. That's not new for me. Don't need that. This is it here, Turtle Jockey. So I can barely hear this. Like, it's like a whisper. Like, it sounds like someone's using a chainsaw 20 blocks away. What do we have left? We have coated concrete, steel wall material. So it is a material. So that means we could probably make triangles out of this, which is cool. That's handy. And then we have all these detail stuff. Equipment, architecture. Stairs are left. Road barrier is new. I don't really need that right now. And then we have other older things to unlock that we've seen before. Alright, I don't need that in my hand. Oh. Some painting needs to be done. I don't know why I'm painting the floor white. I just kind of decided that's what I was going to do. So I like what I have going on here. I think I can improve upon it. So one of the things we can try to do is just try a different version over here. And it looks like this is all set up. This is the edge. So I really want this to be out farther. And then we can come down with we're probably going to stick with the quarter wall pieces. I should make a hotbar that has some stuff on it. We'll go 5, 6. Maybe foundations. Guess I don't have to go through all the types, do I? Because I can use the E key to cycle through a bunch of stuff. Like I can choose one, and then if I hit E, it cycles through. So I don't need to waste that space on the hotbar. So walls, we can do 2, 3. And then I can do... Well, we'll leave those there because they're big and easy to see. So for 5... Can I do... If I do 3 for a wall and I start cycling... Okay, it's just the types. Okay. So then for 5 we can do that. 6 we can do that. And I guess 7, 8. And we'll do 9. This graphic still has the crossbeam on it, and they got rid of it. And then 10. Hey, the Moon Manta. Good call, Ronan. Oh, Cosmic caught it first. Yeah, Ronan, the chainsaw is like really quiet. Really, really quiet. All right, so for people that are wondering, this is a larger view of the Metroplex robot image that I like. There's lots of different versions, but I like that one. In particular, like the layering of the feet. And you can see how there's like this black part of the shin that has like a lot of detail work. I want to try and mimic that somehow. We also have this, which is kind of the overall shape of the base right now in a very loose idea where it's got these two front kind of left and right parts. I think what I might have to do, because I'm realizing now that it's dark, I might take a break now and then come back and we'll work on this. I still feel like that is like the coolest part of this is this shape, and I feel like you can't see it. So I feel like it has to be up higher. And if that's the case, it might have to be a little bit lower. And we might have to go with like a two foundation, like get rid of just this section Maybe the thing has to be 4 wide instead of 5. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Love the colors, Context Metroplex. Yeah, there's a little bit of blue, there's a lot of gray and white, and then some red. And I like the accent colors. There's also some bright orange, like some hot orange. So we're gonna see if we can work that into. Anyway, let's just go somewhere where... Oh, that's an accidental hypertube. We're not getting very many tickets per minute now. Cool. I take a break about once an hour. I do it in Satisfactory when it's nighttime, although it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. You can still see quite clearly here. So we are going to just step away for just a minute, and I'll be right back. And we're back, and I have people to thank. Turtle Jockey, subscribing for 4 months. I don't have anything important to say. Well, you said it anyway, just wanted the subversary message on my screen. Or off my screen. Nice. Thanks, Turtle Jockey, appreciate that. Thanks for sticking around. 4 months, that's awesome. Cosmic Dancer gifted a tier 1 sub to Dragon Parrot. That sounds like an aggressive animal. And Tadpole Milk. Thanks so much, Cosmic, I really appreciate that. Tadpole Milk and Dragon Parrot, connect your Discord and Twitch accounts if you haven't already, and then look for the Joel Duggan Discord in your Connections tab on Discord, and you can join us in the Discord. It's a member-only Discord, so it's only people that are members of my Patreon page, a member of the Citadel Cafe Patreon page, or subs here on Twitch. And that includes gift subs, so you'll have access for the month. And thank you again, Cosmic and Turtle Jockey, really appreciate it. All right, we're back. We are going to go up front and build some stuff. I think the reason I chose that level for the ground is because I didn't want to run into the earth here so quickly before having to change the angle. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the new Zoopin feature. Which makes things very fast. Provided that they're all facing the same way, which looks like they are. I need to do the chainsaw thing again. Someone was telling me that the trees don't come back. I think they do. I think the trees come back if you chainsaw them, but not if you blow them up. We're eventually going to need some more biofuels, so that's why I'm keeping this stuff. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother with it. I would just build right over it, but might as well do what we can. Sorry, I shouldn't talk with this thing in my hands. Let's hold this one. So we can build all kinds of stuff out here. Truck stops and all kinds of stuff. But the reason why I wanted this over here is because I wanted to take this in this way. That's unfortunate, but I think that's going to be inside the build. Same thing with that. Dylan, yep, still play Minecraft, usually on weekends. This Satisfactory got an update this week, that's why we're playing it. Plus, I mean, we've been playing it on the regular, I should say. Alright, so that is 4 foundations. Let's go for 5. Let's see where we land. So this is, I think, tall enough. A creature is in the way. A bird or something? It is. Get out of here. Alright, so I want this to come out farther. I'm going to grab an image off my hard drive so I can look at this on my screen a little bit larger. let's look at that. And I'll also load up that one for. I should make like a not a mood board, but like a brain board, so like a kind of visual image library for this build. Kind of fun. When I first loaded up my save in Update 5, there was one part of my factory where trees had grown back through the foundations, but the rest hadn't. So that I know happens with updates. When the game updates, it 100% has the trees grow back. Creature in the way pulls out a chainsaw. Yep, that's how I roll. That's how I roll. So we'll start with, I guess I'm not sure if I want these to be right next to the walkway. I probably do. Well, I went 3 there, so let's go 2 on this one. And I gotta remember that I've got my... So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll come out forward. And that looks like it's 2 pieces, but I think we can do that with architecture roofs. Can't see which way the edge is. And then we came down. I think I want to go steeper than that, so let's come down on this angle. And yes, I know it's only 4 wide. I'm trying to see if I can make it smaller. Oh, that's larger. Okay, so that comes out to here. But then we'd only have, I guess, 2... spaces for like the toe piece, and I feel like the toe piece needs more than that. I call it a toe, but like just this support platform thing. So maybe we just do it here. And that comes down. So this is going to be a completely different shape. That's fine. What if we went with like an angled wall instead? That's the same. There are some points that are harder to hit than others. Okay, I need to get rid of this stupid chainsaw. Sorry. I'm just building something entirely different now. Yeah, I like the squareness to the bottom of this, so let's keep that. And we'll put that here. Doesn't have to be a full little box like that, but we're going to do it like that anyway. Can I do angled? I can do angled concrete. That's cool. So we could actually have this be that material instead. Okay. And then this is, it goes up again. There's nothing more shallow though. Because there's no concrete roof piece, there's only concrete wall pieces. Lighting in the game seems darker than yesterday. Yep. Yep, it's ever since the update, even with the bloom turned on, it's definitely darker. It's definitely darker. Hey Joel, great to finally catch one of your streams and see what Satisfactory is like. Thanks, Rofel. Appreciate that. So what do I like about this? I like the boxiness to it, so we need to get rid of this. And that boxiness happens actually back here. Oh, I'm out of stuff. So we'll grab some more concrete and plates because foundation takes plates now. And I don't need any of the wood or other organic stuff. I also should check to see what we're doing for computers and things, because I should be building that kind of stuff in the background. 72 computers, 100 circuit boards, and we are waiting on probably circuit boards and something else. Screws. Heavy modular frames are 53, waiting on not screws. What are we waiting on? Steel pipes. That we can fix. And what was the other thing? Circuit boards. I think I'll leave those just for now. I don't think we need more. The other thing that we need to look at is crystal oscillators. Yeah, I think there's a lot of different experiences too, Cosmic. I agree. We need, that would be very helpful. 10 crystal oscillators. So 20 crystal oscillators. And they are... How long does it take to make one? Not that long. And it makes 2 at a time. All right, we're just going to do this. Oh, but it takes quartz crystal. That's fine. We have to do some traveling, which I'm hoping to do tonight. Then having crystal oscillators and the buggy unlocked will increase our production quite a bit. We do not have enough for 10. Okay. Unless I moved all that quartz, but I don't know where I would have put it. We'll unlock the buggy first before the map. those are no problem. I've got lots of those around. Yes, the buggy, and we can paint the buggy too. Well, that needs 10. Thought it was 5. Think we have enough? Yes. I can't hear this either. Like that, the hammer on the anvil noise, can't hear it at all. Five minutes of research, that will happen in the background. And now we just need more concrete and more plates. Yes, I've got motors. Yep, I don't have them automated yet, but I do have them. We made a bunch just manually early on in the save. I think around update 4. This is kind of a helter-skelter save. This is my testing save. I don't do all my big builds here, but I am trying to explore the new build parts and see what we can come up with. If you are new, then you're wondering maybe what not Devastator, what Metroplex is doing in the top left-hand side. We're using that as kind of like some art inspiration. Yeah, you know what? I think I like that better. So we'll do that. That is, we're going to have to use a different roof piece though. Maybe we should use the tar roof here. Well, we could always paint it, but I'm curious about the tar roof. I think that's the 1 meter. The 1 meter is an odd, yeah, that looks pretty cool. Well, that's flat. What did I just use? I want the 2 meter. I think what I want to do is I want to have that be too wide. Am I building this too far away? Building this too far away. So I like this detail, which means that this has to be at least too wide. I think maybe this is too wide here. So we'll pull that back a bit. Plus we started farther out. Or did we? No, we're the same. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of mess here. Hold on. That shouldn't be there. I was trying to think about ways to add detail. Hey, Mixed Screw Gun, how's it going? Hammer noise is changed to a quiet wrench. Oh, okay. So they fixed that for me. So that being higher is good. That being too wide, not so much. Wait a minute, 1, 2. Yeah, I think I want to take this in a bit. This is the stuff that happens when you're doing this kind of things live on stream. Just the iteration. What is going on there? Okay. missed the jetpack. I don't understand what's happening. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's right. The roof part. Do I have to put like a wall here? Huh, it's annoying. Oh, buggy's done. Alright, so that's that 2 parts there. And then we have the vertical wall, so this is too far forward. We're not going to be able to get the same shape up there, are we? Maybe we can just focus on it down here. Oh, we can't do that on a 4 wide block either. Realizing that this rock is going to be in the way, which is annoying. That is a full... Yeah, that's 3 tall. The one thing I will say that's a downside to these smooth walls is that it's very difficult to see how tall they actually are. Easy to count with those, not so much with that. No, it's not a rock that you can blow up. That's part of the landscape. That is 100% happening. I mean, if we make it 4 wide, then we can keep it contained. But 4 wide means we can't do this cool, like half hexagonal shape or half octagon shape. I guess we could try to have it come in from the side that way. Either way, it has to go taller. Because that is now all of a sudden 3 wide. Right. So then we'll go with back to the foot again. I keep calling it a foot because I don't have anything else that I can easily refer to it as. And it's shallow and then it's steep. So we'll start with the 2-meter roof here. Maybe we'll have to go with 4 meter. No, that doesn't work. And then the 1 meter. No, the 2 meter again. Okay. I need to get back. It's hard to see. Boop, 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 boop. There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Nice. Great quote. I mean, that looks fine. It just looks not nearly as cool. I like the detail in that better. It looks more structural. Unfortunately, we're going to run into some real issues with having to make it that size, though. I think the thing to do is going to be to start at the toe and work backwards, maybe. Right, so that gets to there. Then we have to go up. Now, we don't have to go a full foundation, but we probably should give it a try. Now, I don't know if just having the triangle there is going to work. I don't think that's going to sell quite the right shape. No. What about having it here? And then if we had something temporary here. Weird that you can't add those to the other side. You have to put one there first. So here's where we could probably use, what was that, 2 meter? I don't know if this is going to be, this might be too steep. Yeah, it's too steep. Just like that so much better. Heard about the Devastator build? Yeah, it definitely lends itself well. I feel like it kind of helps with like some sort of feeling of movement, you know? Helps it feel active. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, with the Devastator build, I think it's going to be... there's more established as far as infrastructure, so it's going to be a little bit less freeform. I think we're just going to have to bite the bullet and see what this looks like as like 5 wide. I think that we just have to get rid of that. And see if this looks absolutely terrible. Oh no, wait, that would stay there. Looks like he's got something jammed between his toes. Alright, well, maybe if we fill this in a little bit, it'll feel a little bit better. Grab that berry before I completely cover it up. I know they grow back, but still. Let it go. That's it there. And then we can fill in everything else underneath this, just so it doesn't look like it's such a sore thumb. Apologies for the chainsaw. I thought someone said that you can control all the different things in the game, volume-wise. But I do not see that. Really? Alright, so that goes here. This gets a move over to here. And then I think I switched to the panels. I have to say, the whole zooping thing, you think it's going to be the most useful for these big platforms, but it's really useful for little stuff like this too. Like it saves just that little bit of extra time, right? All right, giant toe, the way that we like it. Just more visible from up here, which I think is the important thing. So this kind of like falls off into the below, but this has a very distinct feel to it, I think. So the next thing is going to be to put in whatever we're going to put there for detail. And there's a couple different options we have. I was leaning on either small pillar frames or foundations. Maybe we can do both. So I can put a foundation here. Oop. And what I was thinking is that if we use the small regular foundations, or even the frames, those are really busy. Hold on. Let's go with the foundation. Vertical. Bird deserved it. Nice. So yeah, so then there's like a little bit of detail in there, which I think is kind of cool. I mean, you can see right through, which is not great. Maybe we need to move these to start on the edge. I feel like we can fit 2 more in here. Yeah, so those are 2 by 2 meters. So then if we did that, and then we had something else behind them, like a light or something, that could be very cool. Nope. Can I climb this? Probably not. So if I get up here, hard to do. Oh, come on. Ladders, man. So go over here, and in here we could have walls like this. And then just imagine that these are red. So in the end, it would probably be like a red light, but for now, oh wow, 50%, 50%. The bird deserved it. So it's hard to see, but we've got some detail in there that's like red color, which I think is pretty cool. You're never going to see it unless we light it up, but I think that is neat. Oh, I should paint this should be one of the brighter foundations. Actually, let's make it one of the flat roof pieces. Which we can then also paint. Is that off? Off. A little annoying that you can't connect them to the stuff you want to connect them to. And the fact that your build mode keeps on changing is also really tricky. Okay, this is starting to cheese me off here. Alright, so I'll go in this way. Delete that. Now we should be able to move on. Very red. Much enjoy. I wonder if we did the walls inside. Can't walk through those. That doesn't matter. All right, so that comes up to here. But all this is going to go. Looks like we have another just like this. And then here's where I think we can get more interesting with it, rather than just have this big open spot. I feel like that needs to be just one wide. And then this has to get wider too. Oops. And same thing we did there. I wonder if I change the shape of this up here, give it some ramps. Am I finding soft clearance helpful? 100%. Yep, the different colors, all that kind of stuff. Very, very cool. So here we could go with a ramp. Just a subtle one, maybe. And what I mean by that is, where are they? So instead of doing that, what we could do is take this up by a half wall, but then that's just going to be stuff we can't see. Right, that's going to look cool from the front, but it's going to block our view. Yeah. Take it easy, Sparky. Thanks so much for hanging out. Appreciate it. So if we do anything at all, it's only going to be just one low thing to not manipulate the view. Because that looks cool. Ronan Kai subscribing at tier 1 for 2 months. Thanks so much. Appreciate that. At 111. It's a Bilbo birthday kind of sub. Now we have to try to figure out how to get that shape, but with a lot less space. And I also want this to come out, I think, in the middle maybe? Oh, I've already established I can't get up that side. It's weird that the ladders are under architecture. I like them better where they were before. So that requires 3 blocks of space. So I'm thinking we do this here. Oh, right. If we build this out here, it's going to block the view. So this is going to have to be some sort of slope. Uh, 2 meters? And if we have the small enough piece, nope. Yeah, it really does need the sides, doesn't it? Sometimes I do find the build menu just faster rather than the hotbar. I can hit the tab key a lot easier without looking at the keyboard. So it's way more subtle. Yes, that's right, Nightbot. I almost forgot that if you want to support the stream, you can pick up a game on Epic and just use the code Joel Duggan. I prefer the shape being a little bit more subtle. I like that it mirrors that shape. I do feel like it should be just one foundation higher though. So I guess we'll lower this part. Having to make some sacrifices here. Yeah, the triangle pieces certainly help. Transformers generally have a lot of like hexagonal angles to them. A lot of like up at an angle straight and then back at the angle again. That I'm not sure why, but that tends to be the MO in a lot of the Transformer designs. If you're going classic Transformers, they're very boxy, so it works quite well, which is nice. So let's go with, this is what, 2 meters? I guess we'll go with, I want to see what 1 meter versus flat looks like. And then this is flat. Nope. Is that flat? That felt like it was angling the wrong way. Isn't that weird? I mean, it's flat, but it felt for a minute that it was like angling away from you. Not that we couldn't do both, actually. So then this would come in like this. Oh, I guess it has to be there. Darn it. Flip. Don't know if this is going to be too subtle. Might be too subtle. And then I went with the flat roof here. I don't remember what I did. It was the... It doesn't have to be the same, but we might as well give it a go. That's going to be a problem vertically. It just, the possibilities, you thought it was going to take you a long time to do this stuff in game before, but the possibilities now are ridiculously endless. Like it's just bananas, the kind of stuff that you can waste 3 hours doing. I say waste. Enjoy. That you can spend 3 hours. Oh, there's the nighttime. Wow. I don't know about that part, but I'll leave it there for now. Plus, there's another layer of stuff. Have you ever done any Transformers artwork? Yes. Thankfully, the person that commissioned me to do the art wanted it in my style, so it worked out very well. Yeah, I still like this part better. Maybe what we need to do is take these down, because I can do that. I can reduce the size of those. Those are 4 meters. We can go to 2 meters and get more of a slope happening here. That might be the way to go. I'm also thinking it'd be good to remove these and have them be lower. Like a lower angle. Actually, that looks kind of cool too, doesn't it? There needs to be more stuff. Like there needs to be less of a plate covering and more open stuff happening. Like all of a sudden that looks way better. Can't reach there. I don't know whether to make these gray or red, but we're going to make them red for now. Oh, that's the wrong place. Whoops. So you have the one piece of reference up there of Metroplex. Is there other sort of aircraft carrier Macross-like thing that Metroplex transformed into? So Metroplex was it's a base. He's so big that he actually transformed into like an actual base that other robots can go inside. I'll see if I can find an image. There is this. This one. But that's more of like vehicular than what traditionally he turns into. I think he's meant to be like a mobile base of operation. I'd have to know. Someone could probably look it up on the wiki. I imagine the Transformers wiki has got some information. Anyway, I can't see what I'm doing very well without having the glaring flashlight on, and it's about the second hour, so I'm gonna run and grab that second break. We're gonna try to finish this up so that we can move on and do some more factory building. I'd like to try and go get some train tracks or something on the go. But as per usual, if you're new to the stream, I do take a break about once an hour. When we come back, we'll see if we can unlock anything else in the awesome shop, and then we'll try to finish up the front of the base there, and then move on and see if we can't find some way to get automation happening on either coal, which is over there, or plastic, which is like way over there. So anyway, we'll see. I'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes. right. Let's see. I didn't mean to take a screenshot. Let's see what we got for tickets. Probably only a handful. Maybe 3? Probably more like 2. Yeah. Wow, I take the dog out for a final walk and I get my questions answered with pictures as well. Hey, yeah, exactly. Happy to help. Do we have 3 in here? No, we just got 2. Is there anything in here for 2 tickets that we need? Walls are 6. Hypertube attachments are 2. Everything there is above 2. We can get road barriers. Well, stairs. Let's get the stairs. I'm not sure what's different about them. The catwalk stairs are steeper, I think. Oh, I see. They've got more attach points. Still, not terribly useful. At least not for me. I was hoping they were going to do a little bit more with them. You like the stairs, really? I mean, it's fine. You're allowed to like them. Alright, so my plan was to grab this and put that there. And then I have to put... No, can't get in there. I wanted to put red in here. And there. No. Oh. Right. And then the other thing I wanted to do was bring this down the whole way somehow. B. Ramsey subscribing at tier 1, 7 months. Thanks so much, B. Ramsey. Just stopped in to say, hey, hope everyone's having a good day. Well, thanks very much. Appreciate that, Ramsey. Right. I wanted this whole thing to be lower. So I want 4-meter roof part. No, that's not gonna... Is that gonna do what I want? No. I need this to be low. Wait a minute. Right, 2 meter. Oh, that's a thing I can't delete. No idea. I'm just going to go back over here and see if that looks good. Probably going to the hardest thing in this game is to get far enough back. Then, you know, whoops. To get far enough back. Oh, come on. This floaty jump thing is starting to drive me a little bit batty. To kind of like visually assess what you're doing. I think it'll be okay if we use a different color. Maybe we'll just use the different roof parts. It's either that or I paint them. I think the one thing that people are probably not expecting, and that'll be really interesting to see the reaction to, is just how much time it takes to build with the new roof parts. Oh, I wanted to do a different roof, didn't I? I don't know if this is going to work. Do these not have an end on them? I don't think they do. That's cool. And they overlap, which is also nice. And then we can get in here. And I would imagine that this is probably going to end up being red. I'd love to put a light or something in there. The tree build in the realm of Vastin. The high point further back. Oh yeah, designated screenshot point. Yeah, you're right. I do this a lot, don't I? Oh, that's cool. I'm okay with that for now. So let's fill in the side, and maybe we can come up with some cool color scheme or something. Yeah, I'm not sure how we do that. There definitely needs to be a bit more red somewhere. Maybe on the sides. Like there. We might be able to do that with like beams or something. You guys with the Spanish Inquisition. Nice. I feel like I need to selectively get a row of these regular walls in, otherwise the whole thing is going to look really, really plain. I'm just not sure where horizontally I want them. Probably go there. Like, that went together really quickly. For people that are used to the game, that was speedy. I'd say that's okay. I don't know if we want that to wrap around. A little off. Maybe the thing to do is to line it up with that. That's the other nice thing, is that you're not stuck to using the same grid all the time. With these little quarter walls, you can actually change your vertical grid, which is nice. Using the regular walls to break the monotony of the wall. There's this guy I watch that keeps talking about the 70-30% thing. Yeah. Yeah. Who's that clown? Why would you listen to them? So then this just feels really, really bleak, right? Like it feels like it needs something. And that's where I love the fact that you can come in here with things like small metal pillars. Not that we're going to put it right there. But if I can get it to snap to a different position, we might be able to add a little bit of oomph. Oh, that's way over there. Again, no clue. I am completely spitballing and then unable to tell what might look good until I back up. Nope. What's next? Scorponok? Man, that would be cool. That would be a really cool Dune Desert build. Although Scorponok and Devastator have the same sort of color palette. Yeah, I think that looks okay. I think that looks okay. So the only thing left, I guess, is just to figure out if these need a paint job, right? Like, do we want to go in there with a little bit of gray? Technically, it looks like he has white feet most of the time. Yeah, I think I like the white. I am pointing at what you are building as I say, but you can't see it. Yeah. Triptychon. Oh, you'd have to refresh my memory as to what Triptychon looks like. Don't remember what Triptychon looks like. So it's very tricky to get these to place right, but once you get them, it looks okay. Oh, we're missing some small red walls. Go in here. This is just a completionist in me. This has got nothing to do with this actually mattering in the long run. Nice. So I think that's a decent like build attempt with the new parts. I mean, it unlocks an absolute metric ton of options. Yeah, even from ground floor, like even from down here, that looks really cool. And once we fix this up to match it, which I'll probably do in between streams because otherwise it'd just be boring to watch me do it again. I think that looks pretty good. The only thing I would change is maybe getting some more gray in somewhere. Like maybe here. Not sure. Because then that means that all this would be gray too. Like I love how easy it is to change the colors now. But I'll leave it white for now. Speaking of white. I love that this doesn't cost anything. So good. And then here, I think we could probably change this into concrete. And I've got concrete angled walls that I think will match that. It's that or I make it red. Which wouldn't be a bad idea. I just love that we don't have to make these things into these giant foundation pieces anymore. So good. Can't see what's going on though. See, this to me in broad daylight is too dark. It'd be a little bit easier to see. Oh, that's this one. And we've unlocked the foundation texture. Just for fun. Maybe we'll leave that there. Not sure what we're going to do with it. I just wanted to have something dividing the front. So now in here, we can actually get rid of all of these, which are causing a problem underneath. We're actually bumping into them with some of our belts. So it's great to get rid of them. A little redundant to have walls there. So I don't know. I'm not sure if we'll keep the concrete texture, but at least it's looking a little bit more finished and modern. And again, we'll come back to the other side when we're ready for it. I will just quickly fill these in. Weird, sometimes it just won't grab it. Ta-da! Pretty cool. I wish escape would cancel your gun, because if you've got something else like your F key, you can hit escape, which is just muscle memory from Minecraft to go from delete to back to normal. But if you do C with a color selected and you hit escape, it doesn't do anything. I wonder if those could go back a bit. With now with that wall, you won't fall off. Rofel, thanks very much for coming by. Have a great evening. See you later. Artificial leg, hello. Welcome. So we can do two things. We can finish belting and setting up the screws, or we can go and try to run a train track towards plastic. What are we thinking? Trains? So that will require figuring out where we want to put a station. Train track? Okay. So one of my plans when I was messing around last night in between streams was extending the platform quite far this way. So I think I'm going to move the base elevator, and I think I'm going to set up a train station somewhere down this end. And it just so happens that this little temporary road that I put in to go out to the Caterium mine, which you can see over there, looks like it aims just about center. I think it would be really cool to put a train track aimed right at that. That way we could look at the waterfall as we go by and then turn it into some sort of bridge. I decided that I think I want the end of the base to be no farther than here, and even then I might knock it back a couple of blocks just because that feels really close to the edge there. That would be like another one of those feet things, so we might be able to figure that out. I was gonna bump this over as well, but I think I might leave it where it is given the scale of our supports that we're designing. So I guess the other thing is like trying to eyeball where we think. Not that it has to be a straight line. It would just look cool if it was a straight line. I don't think if we did the middle of the base, I think that puts us too far out into the middle of that giant chasm. Yeah, that aims like there, not there. And I don't know where the edge of the map is. There is an edge to it. You can't really do anything over there. So I don't want to push my luck. I'm also not the first person to build a bridge across here. Like, lots of people have done it. So I guess one thing we could do is we could walk over here and see just where a train would have to go. Because the good thing about putting a train this way, it looks like a lot of work floating it out over the void. But one of the things that's nice about this, although I say that, and we don't have anything to attach struts to, so I'm not sure. Because we have to send the train around the corner here and start heading north. And we could actually have it stop here. We could add some sort of train station here to the Caterium setup. Like, all this is turning this into ore. Not ore. Ingots. And it's full. So we could use the train to bring it back. Because you can program stops now to only do certain actions. So I'm wondering if a train coming up alongside of that would be just as cool. Because then we could attach the supports into the side there. I like that idea better, I think. Coming along, like maybe here. Having the train go like close to the waterfall. Then we just have to figure out where it comes into the station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Generally with trains you want to work in sets of 3. That path would be cool as a break train. Yeah, you're right. That would be really cool. For folks wondering, when I go on breaks on saves that have a train, I'll jump on the train and just let it go in circles while I'm away from the keyboard. Alright, well, let's just see where this goes. Don't have a lot. It is so much faster to do this now. Oh, we don't have the angled foundations yet. So what do we think? Are we too close to that? Or do we want to be farther away? I feel like we might want to be a little bit more to the left. Maybe we'll try to line it up with the center of this big waterfall in front of us. Too close? No, that is part of the Update 5, Kenmon Creations. This is called zooping. As you can see on the screen, they actually called it zoop mode. So there's zoop mode, vertical, and default. Vertical is the same, it's just that obviously it goes up instead of horizontal. So there's where we need to go. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to need this to be super wide anyway. So maybe we'll just get out here on this grid. We'll figure out how wide the waterfall is. Oh, am I out of stuff? Yeah, I'm out of stuff. That's a long way. But at least from here, we could anchor the tracks into the stones to my left. So there's an anchor point we could do here. We could really kind of have it go into the waterfall, which would be neat. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to testing some of these shapes, and the new features like the wall, not the wall, the floor conveyor holes are super cool. So this little strip here is super temporary. So maybe what we can do is have a train station that's totally separate. I was worried about having a train station in the base, and I'm not sure how to handle that. So either the train station will be in this area right here where I'm walking, or we can have it be in this space here. I need to do some designing on the power plant too. So many things, so little time. Bonk. So I know that Will Run for Fun in our community was complaining about the fact that foundations now take metal. They take plates. And I can see the point. Like, I can understand it. I think the way to fix it is to have steel plates stacked to 500. Or not steel, iron plates stacked to 500. Can you reroute trains after you lay them down, like at a different terminus, but leave the majority of the track where it was? Yeah. So the way that the trains work now is you've got block signals and you've got path signals, and you can send multiple trains over a track through intersections, all that kind of stuff. And the train will check ahead to see if there's a train currently using the exchange. And if the track is being used, then the idea is that the train waiting will wait at the stop until it's all clear to go. The signal will change after the train leaves, and then it'll proceed into the part of the track. So. And with these, whatchamacallit, running blades, what are they? Blade runners. That's close. Feel a little bit more confident not having sloopy jumps. Right, so let's just go out 2 more, and then we'll start going left and right here. I'm sure I'm not the first person to aim at the middle of this waterfall and build a bridge out to it, but I'm just curious. This, that's not quite it. I'd call that the edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17. So 18 wide. We were going to want to have 2 tracks anyway. I don't know whether people do typically 2 wide or whether they do 3 wide for their trains. We can do whatever we want, I guess. Yeah, the Blade Runners make you run fast, but they also give like this weird 0G gravity, and I end up overshooting my jumps all the time. I said this was the edge of the map, but this really looks like you could probably go over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We were really close. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is the middle here. And do we want to make this out of these 2 tall things? Probably not. We probably want to make it out of these. Something a little bit trimmer. I mean, we can change the material later. Cosmic, you built over this in your first playthrough? Cool. So we'll go with... I guess we'll just go with these standard things. I can always change this later. I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot tonight because I'm running out of time. But I like the idea, I mean, of having this built pretty wide. Because it would give us room to walk along it as well, if we ever needed to. The best way to get up really high in Satisfactory, I'd use your, do I have it on me? This thing. Zip line. Put down a couple of power poles and connect them, and then use the zip line. I feel like that's far enough away that we'd see some cool scenery. I mean, we'd have to delete this. This is going to make getting out to plastic a little bit easier. I don't necessarily know if it's a if it's going to be faster. It's going to be less meandering around with a tractor. I can tell you that much. Yeah, so outbound train on the right hand side. I think you'll have a decent view from on top of a train. Oh man, yeah. I'm not comfortable out here, Kenna. This is not amazing. How fast I can build, however, is indeed amazing. Cannot complain. Right, so I'm thinking we take these and maybe continue them down this way. just so we know potential train would go down that way. And I kind of like the idea of having the train come down and not be like in the base, but be next to it, because that way when we're on the train, we'd be driving right by it. Like you'd get to look at Metroplex. We're far enough away from all this stuff. Yeah, I feel like we're probably going to create some sort of train station right here. I realize I'm creating yet more floating platforms in the sky, but and I don't know where we're going to create the train station on the other side. So what we do the other way around is probably going to be more temporary. I'd like to try to have the train hit a couple of 45-degree turns, because I've never done those before. Just jump off and take a look around. You'll be fine. Right. Thanks, Cosmic. Sure. Ever since you mentioned it, Kemba, now that's all I can think about is the fact that I'm standing over nothing. Must stay in the middle of the platform. Must remain 8 meters from the side at all times. So, when I was vacationing in Utah, I was in Canyonlands, which is, for those of you that don't know, the other end of the Grand Canyon in the U.S. And I wanted to take a picture over the edge. And so I wasn't feeling bad. I was standing on very solid rock, like miles of rock. And then I started to go to the edge. And without any control, as I got closer, I got lower. And I would just, and eventually I was prone on my belly. And I went, click. And then I backed up. And I was like, not doing that again. It's weird. I don't think of myself as someone that's scared of heights, but I definitely had a moment. So you can see off in the distance, that's where we need to be. But I don't know where exactly we have to be in that direction to turn around and head that way. So I think we're just going to eyeball it. So obviously this at a right angle, this would go straight at the shore, right? Like, and that's something we could do too. We don't have to have the train go straight up in a straight line. We could turn it like around here somewhere. And because we can do things like turn these at 45 degrees, which is amazing, by the way, it allows us to connect them up. But we want to do it in a way that I guess that allows us to connect the other triangle pieces that we have. Now, I don't know why that went so far. You can apparently do... There's a trick to it, but I'm not sure why or what I'm pressing. Because what I would want to try to have happen is to have these eventually line up. Right, see that doesn't quite line up with the middle. I don't know how to do that. In theory, you should be able to connect it to the edge, but when you twist it, it twists like in space. That's pretty close. But yeah, this is a little bit messy. So what I need to get is the other foundation pieces, which I don't think I've unlocked yet. No. So out of curiosity, for a design, like, do you think we should do something that has like pillars into the water. So like, should I be doing stuff that has these kind of things? Or should we just get so low that we can put the platform like right in the water? Which I think that one is. Because I've seen some trains along here where it's just that, and then on the sides they do this. And that's it. And just they run the train down there. There's no boats. Because it's not Tuesday. Use the finely tuned ichrometer. Nice. There's always a boat in your head. Well, not too worried about it here. That would mean lowering the train at some point. It would have to turn and then get lower at some point. Maybe that happens over there somewhere. So yeah, not sure. But yeah, we could easily attach something to this where it would look like it was attached to that. I think that could be kind of spacey and cool. Plus, once we get over here at a certain point, we can actually have like a straight up pillar coming out of that. I think we could make it look supported and have it look pretty cool. And I agree, Cosmic. I think this would be a great break train. Nice long route. I'm running around. I think that'd be one of the things that when the game eventually does release, and if I start over again with like version 1.0, I would, when I get to trains, I think the first thing that I would do for a stream is run a big train loop for no purpose. Like it just doesn't pick up any materials, doesn't do anything. And then we would just use it as the break train, you know? That or jump in trucks as they're driving around automatically. Well, as the sun is setting here, folks, this is where I need to wrap it up because it's getting close to 11 o'clock for me here. So I got to go. I have to work tomorrow. So thanks ever so much for hanging out into the purple sky. It's really pretty. And that planet just popped out of nowhere. That caught my eye. Very funny. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like before you take off, or a follow, I guess I should say, to use to other social media stuff. But make sure you follow me on Twitter for new streams. Make sure that you check out things like the Patreon page. It's one of the best ways and one of the most affordable ways to support the stream. That's at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. You can also listen to my 2 free podcasts. One is the Sponge Chunks. It's about Minecraft. And the other one is the Citadel Cafe. And it is about sci-fi and fantasy entertainment. We talked about this game, Satisfactory, today on the show on the Citadel Cafe. And Alistair was also talking about the new Star Trek cartoon that premiered. And we talked a little bit about The Letter for the King. But I've had a lot of fun today. I hope you have as well. This is what the base looks like in Moonlight so far. We're making great use of the new base parts. I'm enjoying this very much. I hope you are too. And I will see you next time. Bye for now.